Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed the last class we did. Today we're going to continue with that Kimura trap. Again, we're going to start in the half guard with a good knee shield position, controlling your partner's wrist, blocking your partner's shoulder. From here, we're going to shoot that leg through, sit up, and attack the Kimura. As soon as you attack the Kimura, your partner is going to hide that hand inside the thigh, and then you're going to allow your partner to pass. When your partner passes, then you start changing directions of the knee and crank the Kimura. Okay. Once you get to this position, allow your partner to roll on her belly right away. Extend your arm and then slide the bottom leg in. Shoot in the first hook. Put on the seat belt. Bring your partner to the other side, head to head, and then slide the second hook in. Okay. Again, we start in the half guard with a knee shield. Controlling your partner's wrist, blocking the shoulder, shoot your leg through and sit up at the same time. Attack the Kimura. Your partner hides that hand inside the thigh. From here, allow your partner to pass. If your partner starts passing, you start turning on the knee and cranking that Kimura roll, lock, creating a roll. Allow your partner to roll on her belly and then slide right away your knee inside. So then you first hook. Put on the seat belt, bring your partner to the other side, and then slide in the second hook. Again, we're going to start in the half guard with a knee shield. Control the wrist, control the shoulder. Sit up, shoot your leg through, snap the Kimura lock on. Partner hides that hand inside the thigh. From here, allow your partner to pass. When your partner pass, start turning on the knee and cranking the arm lock. Allow your partner to turn on her belly. And as soon as your partner turns on the belly, you just flare the arm, slide your bottom knee in the first hook. Get the seat belt on, and your partner to the other side, and then slide your second hook in. In this case, you're going to be at the top. You're going to control your partner's bottom wrist. Your partner's still blocking your shoulder, still have the knee shield. You got to make sure that you block your partner's bottom knee with your leg. Okay? Now, your partner's going to shoot down the hook and sit up. You got to lower your center of gravity and defeat that underhook in a way that the underhook is a little short. Now you start driving forward. Blocking the hip. Now pass your arm on the other side. Turn your hips, pass your arm on the other side, and make sure that your tricep is blocking your partner's elbow. Turn your hips completely and reach for the wrist. Start pushing down on the wrist, and now it turns into almost a straight arm lock. Start in the same position, blocking the shoulder. You controlling your partner's wrist. Partner has a knee shield. You are blocking the bottom knee with your leg. Partner's going to shoot for down the hook. Once that happens, lower your center of gravity. Block your partner's hips. Drive forward. Pass your arm on the other side. Start turning the hips, but get very, very, very low. Put all your pressure at the belt level. Get your arm out. Control the wrist. And remember, this is almost like a straight arm lock with the Kimura lock. All your pressure needs to be nice and low. You just apply pressure straight on the wrist. Yeah, we're gonna sign that top half guard. Your partner has a knee shield, controlling your shoulder, but you are the one controlling your partner's wrist. Again, you gotta make sure that you block that bottom knee with your leg. Partner's going to shoot down the hook. You got to lower yourself to defeat that on the hook. Make it very shallow. Control your partner's hips and drive forward until your partner is flat. Pass your arm on the other side and turn your hips, making sure that your pressure is nice and low at the belt level. Yep. Make sure that you block your partner's elbow with your arm. Make it nice and tight to the body. Control your partner's wrist. Get the Kimura lock on, and now just push directly on the wrist, creating a straight arm lock in there. So the technique before was very, very low with a straight arm lock, with a Kimura lock. This one is gonna be a high pressure on the body with a Kimura lock. Same position, your partner is gonna start the same way. You're gonna shoot the leg through and the underhook. Lower your center of gravity. Make that underhook shallow, flatten your partner. Turn. The moment you turn, your partner bridges to get it higher on the hook. Now your partner closes that guard, and then from here, control the belt and start trying to pass the guard. Once you get your knee out, your partner usually try to push the knee in. Don't push it right away. Pull it, then push it. From here, lock the Kimura lock. Climb up higher on the shoulders, and then start going slowly. 1, 2, and 3. At that point, you should get your partner to top. Again, we're gonna attack a high Kimura lock with a series of action or reactions in here. Your partner shoots the leg through, and on the hook, lower your center of gravity, block the hips, flatten your partner. Turn your hips. The moment you do this, your partner bridges and bring you higher. Control the belt and lock your partner nice and tight here. Your partner has a half guard already locked. Then you start walking your toes in until you actually get your knee out. The moment you get your knee out, your partner tries and block. And instead of pushing straight to the mat, her wrist pulls it out, then push it to the mat. From here, climb up and control your own wrist. Climb up a little bit higher, climb a little bit higher until you actually have all your weight across the shoulders, and then you start moving the wrist slowly. 1, 2, 3, and then you get the Kimura lock. So from the knee on belly position, make sure that your leg is away from your partner, your toes are off the ground, you're controlling the lapel and the hips, okay? Your partner is gonna react by pushing on your knee, shrimping away and turning on the side. At this point, start pivoting, pulling on your partner's arm and dropping your knee behind your partner's shoulder. The one knee is up, your partner's arm is resting on it. Make a fist with the other hand. Put it against your leg. Push your partner's arm through until your wrist slides through. With that elbow against your body, and then start turning until you get the top. Okay, so we start on the knee on belly again. Make sure you control your partner's lapel and partner's hip. Your toes are off the ground, and your partner is going to react by pushing on your knee, shrimping away, and turning on the side. As soon as that happens, pull the arm on top of your leg and drop your knee behind your partner's shoulders. Make a fist with your other hand, rest it against your leg. Push the wrist through and glue your partner's elbow against your body. From here, you just keep on turning your partner's arm until you get the top. So this technique is going to be a combination of two techniques. This Kimura lock and the back take. In this case, your partner is going to pass the arm through and start spinning to go on her belly. Make sure that you allow your partner to sit, flare the arm, slide your leg on them. Put the first hook in, then the seat belt. Okay, keep on flaring the arm, bring your partner to the other side, and then with the second hook in. And let's do it one more time. In this position, your partner is going to slide the arm through, pushing on the leg and spinning to go on her knees. From here, what you're going to do, you're going to slide your knee onto your partner, keep flaring your arm and put the first hook in. Then put the seatbelt on, and then from here, flare the arm and bring your partner to the other side. Keep on pinching your partner's hips, keep that Kimura lock seatbelt, slide in your second hook. So here's the same combination starting for knee on belly.